All right, good morning, everybody. Another morning coffee, airgun gear table talk. So real quick, we're going to go over some of the things that we've been talking about on our channel and some questions we've been getting about the Ergo Grips zero angle grip here. And just talk about the reason why, at least I really like running that zero angle grip as compared to a traditional AR grip, especially when doing long range stuff. If you notice, the zero angle grip as compared to a traditional angled grip really is matching up with the ergonomics of your shooting hand. So if you stick your hand in your arm out and let's say with a traditional AR grip, you'll notice that that angle, basically your wrist is going to have to be angled down a little bit. And so that's going to be more of a tactical posture, great for hunting, great for walking around in the field. But when you're shooting long range from, let's say, the bench or shooting prone, that zero angle grip is going to allow your hand and your arm and your wrist to just maintain that natural flat posture. And so as you take up your sight picture and you're going to have a natural trigger pull, you'll notice that my wrist is not angled down. My fingers lay completely flat. And if I were to engage the trigger here, it would just have a natural pull versus this. So this is going to have a little bit of an angle downward to have your wrist just bent just slightly. So the other thing I really like about these grips is the larger palm swell. So that just really, I mean, it basically fills every bit of void in my hand as I'm holding the grip on the air gun. So anyway, you can get either of these, whatever your preference is. I would definitely try to get both and just see what you like better. I often, if I'm going to go hunting, I'll switch back out to this one. Shooting long range, I'm gonna go with the zero angle one. So right now, I've got the gun set up for long range, and as you can tell, some ridiculous long range here. Some of the other bits and pieces that I'm adding to the FX Maverick is this is the field version of the Saber Tactical monopod. And again, this is just absolutely milky smooth, just like the bench model. So with the rare earth magnets here, you can just pop that right off if you're going to be putting it into your case and transporting your air gun. This right here is this is the secret sauce for any of the stuff you see on my channel when I'm doing, anything probably longer than 300 yards. I'm going to be using the Heritage Arms Cold Shot Moab base. Bingo! It is an adjustable rail. And this is the Moab base. So actually these are in MOA increments. Now they do sell one that is in milliradian increments, but since I shoot all my scopes, the element scopes I shoot in MOA, I want my rail to also be in MOA increments. So what this is, it's a rail that allows you to keep your scope optically centered. And what I mean by that is you can turn your turrets down so they're basically dead center on the glass. In the element optic line, obviously having great glass, you want to be able to maximize all that clarity that exists right in the middle of your scope sight picture. So as I'm taking these long range shots, I'm not even adjusting, clicking on the elevation, and I'm not even holding over. So what I'm doing is I'm clicking here to get those MOA adjustments. So every 4 clicks is 1 minute of angle. So here I've got this set at 272 minutes of angle. And so yeah, this is the shot angle that I'm gonna have, 272 minutes of angle, roughly, to using the ballistics calculator to shoot a 700-yard shot with a 36.2 grain NSA slug, which was the slug you saw in my previous video where I was holding those sub-MOA groups.
Oh, come on, baby! Now that is what I'm talking about.
So yeah, the last bit of this rig before I go out and start attempting some of this really long range stuff is I do want to get this bipod kicked out in front of the bottle, or at least out in the middle of the bottle a bit. With the stock Picatinny rail placement on a lot of the FX guns, or really a lot of any of the air guns in the industry, they create a point here for you to attach your bipod that really is kind of right in the fulcrum point of the air gun. And you really want to be able to kick that point out in front of the bottle, or at least along the bottle as far as possible, just to get a better stable platform. So I'll be running the Saber Tactical Universal Arca Rail here, and that gets here, I think, tomorrow. So yeah, we'll get that all put together. So there it is, everybody. The FX Maverick, so beautiful, so ridiculous. Anyway, we'll see how that goes. Thanks everybody for joining me. Have a good morning.